Everybody have a good time tonight.
Hello and welcome to Moses and Friends. I'm your host, Moses Storm. It's a show where we take all of our favorite people from the Conan Show. We put them up in your living room. We have a packed show today, so I want to get to my first guest right away because I just got my 2020 ballot sent to me for local elections, the big one, the president. I know nothing about politics, so I want to bring on an expert in politics. My friend, your friend, Flula Borg. Flula, hello.
Democracy is good. Yes.
Democracy. Flula can't legally vote in this country because of his German situation.
Yeah,
we're calling it.
Thank you. Yeah, keep it vague.
So this is great. I have a sticker for when I finish. I feel good about that. So let's go through this ballot. I'm sure if you live in California, you have one that looks similar. If you live in a different state, maybe your deadline's passed. This is your official election guide presented by Flula Borg. So the first one on the ballot right here is Nithya Raman versus David Rue for Los Angeles City General Municipal Election, member of the City Council 4th District.
Yep.
What should I fill in
Well,
here?
let me tell you just a little story. So some backstory. Nithya Raman, she invented a soup.
The ramen soup,
Yeah.
she's in charge of that?
She's in
This
charge.
feels like this has been an ancient soup. It's been around for a while. She seems like a younger woman, but
Was passed down from the generations, you know, like back spasms.
So let's go with Los Angeles Community College District, member of the board, trustees, seat 1. Our options are Tori Bailey, Charney Tustin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pause. I will tell you right away. Always select someone that has a nice symbol above a letter. In Germany, we have umlauts. I'm loving those dots, people. So if there are dots or perhaps a little snippy snappy above, this is who you pick.
Okay, so on tilde alone, we're going to go.
Well, any day. If you're voting, whatever this is, if this is Thursday, Sunday, tilde, any day, that's who you select.
Okay. This feels like a crime at this point. This bit feels like we're going into a crime. Judge of the Superior Court. This seems really important. Office number 80. Our options are David A. Berger or Clint James.
You know, just like with Maguire Jerry, you had me at Burger. It's a delicious thing. Anything that sounds like tasty calories, they win. My friend Johannes Sauerkraut one time ran for a small district of education seat in Germany. He lost. Why? Nobody eats it.
Okay. This one, I feel like I've been hearing a lot in the news. A lot of protests. I went to some of these. District Attorney. Jackie Laci versus George Gascon.
I can tell you why there is an issue. Laci is running for the first time without her partner Cagney, and so is a problem. If it was Cagney and Laci, everyone would be like, yay, great, wonderful times. But because Cagney is now, I don't understand what Cagney is doing, I think running a fish store or something. So this is the issue. It's because Cagney is not available.
So she's running at like 50% power, essentially.
Yeah.
She doesn't have Laci and Cagney.
No, it's Cagney and Laci. It's Cagney and Laci, Moses. It's
Cagney and
Laci.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems like an outdated reference for a comedy duo that I do not know.
Oh, Google it.
Wow. One of the hottest comebacks of 2009 was Google it. State measure 17. We're getting on to measures. We're getting on to props.
Oh, measure twice, vote once.
Restores the right to vote after completion of a prison term.
This is an issue.
So you could vote. Yeah.
Yeah, you went to prison. You paid your dues. Let them vote, assholes.
Measure 19 changes to certain property tax rules.
Oh, I like that. So vague, Moses.
You a property owner?
Yes, I just recently purchased 3 nightclubs, very cheap during the pandemic. This is about this. Yes. I would like to raise all of these taxes. No one is attending my nightclubs currently. I'm DJing hardcore. No one is here. I would like to punish people for not coming to my nightclub. So, yes.
You purchased 3 nightclubs during a global pandemic lockdown.
Yes, I purchased the one behind the Gelsons, Hotsy Totsis.
Where do you think I got my lip ring?
Hello. And also ABCDEFPs. Also, I purchased. Just down the down the street from the PF Chang's on the promenade. And then I purchased just a whole basement. It's a garden apartment. It was a techno studio, and now it's mine.
So yes, you want to tax anyone that comes to your club.
And doesn't come.
Now we have the big one coming up. I think I'm going to need some help with this. I need some help with my life at this point. I'm going to bring on my next guest. If you stick around for a second. You know her from Sona Fixes Your Life, and I think she can fix a lot right now. Please welcome trusty assistant, Sona Movsesian. Sona, do we have you? She is in a pitch black room now. You've lost power. Sona!
Hey-o.
Sona's on. From Sona Fixes Your Life. Sona, we're going through this ballot, and I need your help and Flula's help. We have the big one coming up.
Okay.
This is the official California ballot. These are our presidential options. We, of course, have Biden and Harris, Trump and Pence. We have Rocky and, I guess, Vice President Kanye.
Oh.
Which I didn't. Oh. Did you know he was stepped down to Vice President?
I didn't know that. I thought he was still president.
Right. Well, according to this ballot, it's he's running as the vice president. Oh. So I think even he's trying to distance himself.
Maybe he realized he's not qualified enough for president, and he's like, I am qualified enough for vice president. Yeah. I think that was a smart choice.
So, quote, Rocky is more qualified.
His name is Rocky.
Is that a human?
Yeah.
Is Rocky a human, or is it like a coloring book? What is it?
Literally never heard, outside of the bit, never heard of this human being. Would you vote for Rocky? Because keep in mind, the vice president's not really going to do a lot. Do you think Rocky is trusty, Sona?
You know what? I haven't seen my ballot yet. Don't they have little descriptions underneath each candidate, or am I making that up?
It just says for president. I mean, under the local ones, it says like, liberal, progressive, educator, entrepreneur. But under president, it's just like, this guy's 35 and he'll do it.
Okay.
The bar could not be lower on the presidential one.
Yeah. You know what? This is the presidential race. Is there more, or is that it?
Well, then there's Howie Hawkins, which sounds made up. It sounds like the name you give out when you're lying at a restaurant. Yeah. Howie Hawkins with Angela Nicole Walker, and then Joe Jorgensen. That also sounds fake. And then Jeremy Spike Cohen.
Wow.
I knew a guy on my birthright trip, Jeremy Cohen. I think he's trying to go by Spike now.
Yeah.
This is a really tough one. I don't know about you guys, but I think that this might be the most difficult president to choose ever.
Yeah. It's never been clear. This has never been more vague who to select.
Flula, what do you think?
I would suggest. If you can write somebody in, I would suggest to you Michael Dukakis. Yeah, he got a Rouse deal in 1988, was up very, very high. And then what happened? I don't know. And then boom, poof, disappears, rides a tank and he's gone.
Michael Dukakis. Sonia, are you familiar with Michael Dukakis? I think it's a little bit before our time. We're in our 50s.
Yeah, Michaal Dukakis. I mean, I've heard of him.
Well, everything is tape delay in Germany. So I heard about Michael Dukakis in 2018. Was kind of a new, he had a nice little, whoa, he's famous. Watch out. It's Michael Dukakis.
It's usually not good when someone's famous and they say, watch out. That historically has not been great. Hey, Michael Dukakis, watch out.
It has, you're right. Now that I realized, a German man with an accent screaming this, bad idea.
Watch out. It's not just like, watch out, it's two of
those.
Which means his car's backing into you as he sexually harasses you. All right, so I'm going to write down Michael Dukakis, I guess.
I don't know. I personally like to choose the candidate with the best teeth. I'm a big fan just for oral hygiene and literally nothing else. There's no
other reason
I would ever choose him over anybody else.
It's got to be Biden. Yeah, Biden's teeth looks like it when you have your printer and it runs out of black ink and just like the white comes out. That's like 60% of his face. It's just those big old gams. So we finished the ballot. Sona, you've yet to receive your ballot. Do you know what to do with your ballot? I think Flula knows.
Well, step one, find a local creek or riverbed. Throw this into the riverbed.
So we'll throw these in a river when we get them, and then they flow down to your local election hall.
Yeah, and then everyone at the election, they scoop the river it's like they're panning for gold, except they're panning for ballots. So just hope they find your ballot as they go streaming down directly into Baja. Actually, someone's knocking on the door. It sounds like ice. Let me see. Oh.
No, nope. Flula. No, don't answer.
Flula, don't answer. You don't have to answer. If anyone's watching, you don't have to answer for. Okay, he's gone.
I fooled them, guys. I told them no German would own a trombone. Yes.
That old ice trick.
Oh, I got it. Hey, good luck, guys. Try next door. Yeah.
Wait, so did you answer? You answered the door with the trombone and they were like, wrong address.
I opened the door always and I just go, and as soon as you do this, everyone's like, oh, harmless, stay.
So harmless.
Stay.
I mean, you have tips for people.
Yeah.
That maybe should not try that if ICE delivers their door. Don't go to the door with the trombone.
You know what, fools? I wrote down the parts in the beginning that made me laugh. The ramen family, how it was, because her family invented ramen. That killed me. And you opened 3 nightclubs during...
Not 1, not 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yes. All good things come in threes and also all tragedies. You don't know until you try. So
this is true.
Wow.
Sound business advice.
That sounds, it sounds like a truth.
Yeah.
Based on no information.
Yeah.
3 nightclubs. I mean, we have a place to go. We at least have a shelter.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You
burning.
Guys can sleep and I will play some nice, tasty reggaeton.
Oh, my God. The quarantines really hit you hard when you started playing reggaeton.
Oof. Moses, you don't know what you missing, boy.
Flula Borg, everyone, with your official guide to the 2020 California ballot. Yeah. Thank you so much, Flula. It gave us a lot to go on.
You are so welcome, Moses. Bye-bye, Sona. You are great.
Bye, Flules. That was fun. This was fun.
Yeah.
It's fun that we're all definitely on a watch list now, for sure.
I might need a new ballot.
I think I'm just going to vote in person. I'm just going to do it.
You're going to brave it?
Yeah, I think I'm just too nervous. But I mean, I don't have any reason to be. You could just drop it off at a polling place and you could track it, but I'm just like too scared.
What about after the election? Are you worried at all of like, whatever the results are, some people are going to be a little unhappy?
Yeah.
Is there any part of you that's like, maybe I'll get out of a major city, I'll get out of Los Angeles?
I didn't think about that until right now. So thanks for putting that idea into my head.
Oh, good. I like to put as many thoughts. I see a window behind you and it's a sliding one. So sliding windows, as long as they don't go down, are always openable from the outside.
Oh, hey, that's a fun thing to know. Thank you for that. That's a really cool thing to know in my new house, in this new neighborhood, that there is a point of entry for people if they just want to come inside.
You should be very worried. Cells proliferate and then it creates disease.
Wait, are you doing a bit? Is that real? Is it real that you can slide? Oh, you fucker. You fucker.
No. You're fine. You're safe.
Okay.
Is this the new house?
Yeah.
Because on the show, you had made the entire studio audience on Conan yell, buy me a house.
I don't think there's anything people like more than someone asking someone who's very wealthy to buy them something very expensive. And I think the way the entire audience just turned on Conan and then just started chanting with me, it's one of the most thrilling moments of my life.
I think when you're on TV, people have this idea that you have millions of dollars. If you've ever appeared on television before, you are a billionaire and could just afford a house. Because people were like, well, you could pay for that. And I'm like, I made $47. The inflated sense that we have that anyone on TV is cash rich. Though it's fair that Conan could afford to buy you a house in deep Glendale.
Well, first of all, it's Altadena, and I think you thought Glendale because I'm Armenian.
Yes, which congratulations on it's not what you say when you raise awareness.
What?
Is that what that is? Because I will be fine to admit that I was ignorant to it. I thought it was like a reminder of like, hey, this terrible genocide happened. But there's a new issue.
There's an area near Azerbaijan and Armenia called Artsakh, and then the Soviet Union gave it to Azerbaijan, but it's like 95% Armenian, and they govern it and they run it. And then Azerbaijan just suddenly brought Turkey in and was like, hey, Turkey, come and let's invade this area. And Armenians are like, what the fuck? And so, yeah, that's what's happening right now. It's awful. I mean, it could become an all-out war. And, Armenians in LA were very vocal.
Very vocal. Shut down the 101.
Yeah. So you've probably seen a lot of Armenian flags on a lot of cars.
There's a bunch of cars on the 101, and it's all the orange and blue flag everywhere. Mm-hmm. Unless the past 2 weeks, I've been really getting it out there, but I've just been not paying attention to the message. But now we know.
Now you know.
You've been doing a Team Coco show, Sona Movsesian Fixes Your Life, where you've talked about how you could scam the pet support system as my pet animal.
How do I convince my husband, then our landlord, we need a pet? You need a pet. Look up all the reasons people have service dogs, whether it's like social anxiety, then it becomes like a medical issue.
You've also talked about something called juice.
It says, how do you manage a stressful day at work? Something called juice time.
Trouble at work, you're stressed, drink on the job. That's juice time.
Am I qualified? Some would say maybe I'm not, but I think that I am because I've lived. And so when these people ask me these questions that are very serious, I like to take from my experiences and say, when I'm stressed at work, I do things like I have juice time, which is you take a normal looking beverage, whatever it is, orange juice, and then you put a little bit of vodka in there or any other type of alcohol that's easily accessible. Then you put it on your desk in a water bottle or some sort of hidden vessel.
Yes, a cocktail.
Yes.
You mix alcohol with, you're saying, a non-alcoholic beverage.
Right. You take something, I don't know, we'll call it like, you mix it, so let's call it a mixer.
Let's call it a mixer.
You take some alcohol, and you put it in this mixer, and then, that way you can have a nice buzz, but you're not getting like, Hollywood Boulevard wasted at work.
Okay, so it flies under the radar. I'm always nervous about that, even for like doing stand-up online, like that people would know I'm drunk for some reason. Has anyone caught on to you in the office? Been to your desk. It's fluorescent lights. There's always episodes of Friends playing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of junk on there. Has anyone been like, hey, you seem happy. What's wrong?
Yeah, it's happened. First of all, I should say I don't do juice time all the time. I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
But this
is the meeting.
But when I do it, my eyes do kind of glaze over, and my reaction time slows down. And so I think people are like, do you have a fun lunch?
That's code for that.
I don't know.
But something's different about you. Like, I got highlights. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
And then they're on to the next thing.
Yeah, Sona fixes your life. I think that I've fixed a lot of lives. It's amazing what you can do by just answering a single question that people have.
Could you fix my life right now? I'm supposed to go back out on the road because I'm supposed to shoot this special. And some comedy clubs are open. I know. HBO Max special.
Hey.
Some comedy clubs are open, and I'm a little worried right now. I think if I fix my life, that maybe the clubs aren't the most sanitary environments, that maybe they're not taking as seriously as like a big brand like Target, because it's just like a comedy club employee. It's like, yeah, wipe that down.
No, comedy clubs have always been disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm going to digress for a second. So I feel like I've never seen like an updated comedy club. And so you have okay. So once I went, this is really random. I went to the Playboy Mansion once.
Yeah.
And I went there not for a party. I went there for a nice lunch with 2 other people. And we just sat and we had lunch. There was no like naked girls running around or anything. But then I got a tour of the Playboy Mansion after, and they took us to this one room, opened this door, and the floor is like a soft, cushy bed. And it's clear that there were just like orgies on orgies on orgies in here. And I don't think that they changed that flooring since like 1976.
Right, because there's no fitted sheet for a floor.
Well, it's like the carpet. It's weird. It was like a very soft flooring. My point is, I look at comedy clubs that same way as I do as that room that was in the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
And like back in the day, people were like doing it, and they were like doing coke and whatever. So there's like the entire club is just full of jizz and coke remnants and like drinks that people spilled and people laughing and there's spit all over the place.
And the jizz, if you're a good comedian, the whole audience is jizzing.
So much jizz.
Everything is. The comics jizzing. Yeah, you are right that they're not updated at all in the fact that there'll still be like photos up of canceled comedians that were canceled a long time ago. Like that guy was canceled for doing jokes about the Challenger. No. And that's still up.
But I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
So your advice for me is I think you'll be fine, and watch out for jizz puddles.
Yeah. Like you've been to protests. I've been to protests.
Yeah.
That like I thought that they were going to be really scary. If you have a mask and you stay away from people and you don't touch anything in the comedy club, then I think you're going to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're going to catch anything, it's going to be like syphilis, not COVID.
Right. It's going to be a hepatitis. It's going to be, one of the strains, which we have vaccines for. It's fine.
Please.
I always say don't let hepatitis dominate your life.
Yeah, give me hepatitis. No, don't. That was terrible.
No, don't.
No, I was trying to say like, I'd rather have something that's treatable than what?
You were just included in the DIY Conan, where they reanimated, fans of the show reanimated your interview when you were on the show after Kumail canceled.
Yeah.
So there's animators submitting, there's people playing you. How did you feel about the portrayal?
I loved it for the most part. For the most part, it was all very flattering and sweet. There was one that someone drew where I look like 400 pounds.
Is this the one that you had superpowers? Like you come out and you completely evaporate Andy?
That's not it, but now you're making me think that there's maybe that is. It was a hand-drawn animation where I'm like,
your signature face, your headshot. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, this person has no neck.
You know when they put a chin mark like right here and then it's just like,
yeah, the space. Oof.
Oh, is that how people see me? But it's fine. But everything else, it was really sweet. I mean, I can't see it.
The drawings are tough. And I think what happens when people draw you is they accentuate the one feature about your face that you maybe don't like. It's the most extreme in an effort to capture you.
Yeah.
And it's flattery, but it is the meanest roast of your life. You're like, oh, well, now I'm worried about that part.
What's the feature? Let's talk about it.
The photo of me looked like if Dobby from Harry Potter was allowed to become a real boy. It is very troubling. It's just like, oh, we gave him somewhat of man features. Like every time they do those things of like Homer Simpson, what would he look like as a real human? He looked like that, but with Dobby.
Oh, but Moses, I think that just means that you're very you're delicate. But not,
I die on a beach. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean, but you look like a prince from another era that no one was allowed to touch.
A delicate prince. Yes, that is what I go. What's my brand? A delicate prince. And don't touch me, sir. That's somehow worse than the animation. That's worse than the drawing.
Oh, come on. It's nice. What's good about it is if somebody comes up to you and is trying to underestimate you, I'm
a delicate prince. You're not allowed to touch me. I'm a prince, not even a king. A prince means I didn't even earn it. I was born into this status. Don't touch my crimson milk skin.
Have you ever been in a fight? I feel like you're just a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, I was in a fight. Maybe I was 19. Have you been in a fight?
Never. I've been in a lot of verbal fights, but never a physical one.
It is insane when you zoom out of because my girlfriend and I are very close and we're also very loud together. It started we were making fun of couples that had weird names for each other, like Sugar Kiki, and we're like, what's the worst nickname? But now we've completely abandoned that bit. So we're actually calling each other you're garbage, you're pee. And there was just a woman watering her plants that had never heard us before. So terrified.
Oh my God. I love your girlfriend. Can you tell Connie I said hello?
She loves you. She's always mad in the corner over there.
You just keep her in the corner while you do this? Just tell her don't move from that spot?
Not that I keep her there. She takes up residence in the corner. We'll mark her territory with some pee, and then she's always ready to attack. So for the viewers at home, just know that my girlfriend's ready to attack. And she's up on the ceiling, like the movie Hereditary, where she's up, ready to pounce. She wants me to stop doing this show. She creates all these burner accounts, so all the YouTube comments, this show sucks. Where's Conan? It's all her.
Oh my God.
That's the twinkle of fear is in my eyes. So how do I fix that? Fix my life?
I think you just give her whatever she wants.
Sona, thank you so much for joining us. That was fun.
I love talking to you, Moses.
Right? Let's do this when it's not recorded.
I'm down. Where are you? Where are you living?
Okay.
Are you in?
Let me give you my exact address on the air. Yeah. Okay. The ends on.
Yes.
They call it really just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're the only people still here in LA. Everyone has fled.
Yeah. Well, the world's ending.
Thank you so much for joining us. Sona Movsesian Fixes Your Life is the show. Go to the Team Coco Instagram. You can see it all.
Bye.
Bye, Sona.
Say hi to Kantu for me.
Kantu. She won't come off the ceiling.
Okay. Classic. All right. Bye.
All right. The Sona Movsesian. My next guest, from his multiple comedy specials on Comedy Central, He's got a new album out that is an animated thing I want to talk to him about. Please welcome my friend Kyle Kinane. Kyle, do we have you?
What's up, buddy?
Thank you for being here. Well, not here anymore. We used to be neighbors, and then you just moved to Portland.
Yeah, you saw me posted up in front of the U-Haul the other day.
Yeah,
they don't like Californians up here, so I brought a lot of flannel. I brought an axe.
Just trying to fit in with Portland.
I kept my face. Yeah, I was going to wear it, and then I was wearing it for like a half hour, and I lost enthusiasm for the bit.
It is weird. What are you telling people? Because the neighbors are asked, like, what do you do? And it's weird to be like, I'm a comedian. I moved from the entertainment capital to here.
I don't ever tell anybody I'm a comedian.
What do you say?
I never want people to know that, because then the expectation's on. I just want to be like, hey, that guy's pretty fun. And then, because if people know you're a comedian and you're not fun, they're like, this guy sucks.
That guy with the super PAC is really fun.
Yeah, I'm just kind of the guy, like, I'm just watering the lawn up here. Nobody knows anything about me. I've met the neighbors. The mailman's already seen me nude once. That was a mishap.
How's that happen?
Well, I'm not used to living on the ground floor. You know, you live in an apartment, you're on the second floor, and that's just nudity all the time on the second floor because nobody cares.
That's too much.
Vantage point. Here, I'm on the first floor, forgetting and living my life regular, and I thought the laundry's in the garage, and there's windows on a garage door. I haven't seen that ever. That's not city life. Windows on a garage door? Get out of here.
Right. Well, that's Portland, where everyone like has a roommate that lives in the garage.
Yeah. Well, I was taking off all my clothes to put them in the wash in the garage. You know, you're doing your laundry, and then you get to that point like, well, what if all my clothes are clean at once?
Oh yeah, I've been tempted to do that, but it's on the third floor, so I have to like walk down shirtless. I don't want to be that guy in the building, but that is a good thought.
Now I'm in a house, and I can finally achieve that every single piece of clothing clean at the same time feeling. So I disrobe, dunk the clothes. I figure I got 3 seconds window just to dunk the clothes, get back in the house. That's the same amount of time that the mailman is walking up the driveway. And I looked at him, and he was wearing like some Oakley blades, so I'm sure his eyes saw it, but I couldn't judge it. He kept a straight enough look, but that was like the first week we were here, so I don't know now.
You got walked in by the cool mailman who got into his lifted mail truck.
Rolling coal out of the van.
Did it take you a lot for you to move? I mean,
first off, we didn't hire movers, and I don't know why. I could have afforded that. We'll do it ourselves, you know?
Well.
Stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. You pack so much stuff that you think you're going to need, and then after you transport it thousands of miles, and you're like, oh, I never needed this. I didn't need this VHS collection of Happy Days. I have no less than 200 different half-full hotel moisturizers.
The cheapest moisturizer, it's always lemon scented. Do you want to smell like lemon?
Smell like lemon and just be slick for a good part of your day. I have so many of those.
I think it's just white motor oil. There's no way. It never absorbs into your skin. Your skin's like, I don't want that. All the antibodies in your body is like, this shouldn't be in me.
Why does this keep staining my shirts? This can't be good for my skin. Why is this eating away at fabric?
If someone just has a lighter in the room, I instantly burst into flames.
You smother cotton balls with those to start campfires when you're going camping. It's good.
Yeah.
I have 3 different lip balms just on my desk, all packed. These were all packed. Unnecessary. I'm ready. Like I said,
Did you get a gun? This is the first time. Yeah. Did you get a gun? Because this is the first time I've thought, I totally am against gun control. Absolutely, this should be a check. But this is the first time where it feels like a good purchase. It feels like a good idea.
Yeah, I bought a gun. You know why I bought a gun? Because you ever look at the people in line at the gun store? They're getting guns. That's why I got a gun.
Yeah.
This muffin top creep in a Punisher t-shirt's going to be armed. And I'll lose. I'm going to lose the Civil War, but at least I want to lose with some effort, you know.
It would make me feel more comfortable if the guys buying guns were a little more in shape, because they would at least try to do the fist fight before. But this, the line is like, well, that guy's going to go immediately for the gun so he doesn't have to do stairs.
Yeah, you're just Indiana Jones with the guy with the scimitar in the marketplace. Like,
he's gonna use
just shoot this guy. Like, well, come on, man. How about a little fair fight? It starts with a roast battle. I mean, that's what we can bring to the table.
There should be a roast battle. You should be able to take it, and there should be some sort of physical agility test that you should take to be like, you could try to throw one punch at least before you go to the gun.
Throwing stars. That's a nice ad.
But you are right, and it's the people that are buying guns that it's like, well, then we want one. We're not going to be like, I have a sign. I'm going to shame you online. Like, that doesn't win.
There are going to be like in the next 18 months, I'm sure there's going to be so many like different, I don't know, like improvisers and TV writers with accidental bullet wounds.
Yeah. I wrote on Caroline in the City, and now I have a small militia operating out of Burbank.
Oh my God, that went right through my Air Force One. I can't believe it.
Right through my New Balances.
It's a weird time now. You'd think it would be easy to choose a side because one of the sides has Nazis. Remember those? Those are back. You'd think you'd be like, well, even if they got other stuff that's like neat, the Nazi thing kind of cancels out. Like, wow, but free ice cream every other Tuesday. Hold on, I love ice cream. Wait a minute. Oh, you guys have Nazis? Oh, man. Even if they check every box, Nazis is still on there. Like, I got to go to the other guys.
It's the cartoon version. It's the first question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Like, that's the obvious joke answer, not the one with Nazis.
I already look like I'm in some sort of bunker, like I'm just peering out the blinds.
Yeah.
They're coming, man.
It's the mailman. There's no way he shouldn't have shown up that time. He's in on it.
Well, that's what's funny about the mailman is then he came back the next day and I was out watering the lawn and I had like a joke 70s outfit from a party, but I had very limited clothing up here when we were living here over the summer. So I was just in cutoff jean shorts and like a red mesh tank top, and I just look like Philip Seymour Hoffman's character from Boogie Nights, and I'm out there watering the lawn, and he comes rolling up, and like, all right, now I look like I'm just trying to court this fella. Like, oh.
Right, like the housewife that's like, oh, whoops, you caught me.
Mm-hmm. Hey there, postman.
Nice kibbies. What was the idea behind Portland? Because of all the cities, I mean, a lot of people are making the move to Austin. Not many people are going from LA, which is not doing great right now, to Portland, which is, at least media-wise, not going great.
Oh, I mean, we're in the burbs, so... And I like the burbs. I grew up in the burbs, and when you grow up in the burbs, you feel like you're trapped and like nothing good ever came out of there. But then I left, and I lived my life, and now I'm back in the burbs. I'm like, oh, I dig this place. People respect the four-way stop sign. There's good grocery stores. I got a grocery store with a solid hot bar. How do you feel about the hot bar, Moses?
I feel great until they start like, we have orange chicken. I'm like, I don't think Vons knows what they're doing with orange chicken.
I would think anybody can do orange chicken. I would question them when they're like, I would question Vons when they're like, this is goat cheese. Like, you just found that cheese. You have no idea
that's just
goat cheese.
That's just bad mozzarella.
But never once have I eaten orange chicken and ever gotten a hint of what I thought was chicken in it.
Oh yeah, right? Because it's all the batter.
It's just candy. It's like movie candy made out of poultry. And that's not a complaint. That's not a complaint.
Do you think it's going to change your point of view at all? Because a lot of stand-up, I mean, you're always on the edge. You're not living in great circumstances. Your life is always on the road. Do you think and then now you're in the suburbs. I don't know. Maybe I need to let that go. But there is a thing of like, if I'm too comfortable, I can't do this outdated medium that doesn't exist anymore.
What's the angle, man? Oh, right? It's just some bum in the burbs now.
Right. What are you going to talk about on podcast, Kyle?
Yeah, but what am I going to do? Be the 50-year-old who's still just amped up and like, oh, man, let me tell you, in the gristle, hustle, bustle, like, why? I can talk about a fire pit that I got in the yard. If I can't make a joke about the fire pit and the stray cat that I hang out with, then I'm not a good comic. If you're a good comic, you can talk about whatever situation. I love grocery stores. I've written jokes about grocery stores. I'll continue to be your number one grocery store humorist on stage.
Hey, you ever see a TV dinner just abandoned in the beer aisle? That's me.
Can I go back to I am impressed at how long it took Sona to describe just what a cocktail was. It's like, well, you take alcohol, but then you put it in a thing that's not alcohol. Like you take like it's two different drinks, but one's alcohol, but then you mix them together, and then that's like a different drink. I'm like, that's the.
Do you think I waited the appropriate time to slam dunk? Because I was like, maybe this is going somewhere. Maybe this is a twist besides orange juice.
Sona, wait till you meet a bartender. They are going to seem like an astronaut to you.
What would we call that? Let's just call that mix a screwdriver. I don't know.
How'd you come up with that name? I pulled it out of my ass. I don't know.
Yeah, it took everything in me to not be like, actually, thank you for coming on the show, but that exists.
I adored the innocence of it. You're going to have some interesting stories to follow.
Yeah. So this year you put out an animated album, Trampoline in a Ditch, where, if I'm not wrong, essentially visual artists were able to take your jokes, or at least a segment of your album, and do whatever they wanted with it without you really meddling in it.
Yeah, it just turned out great. And I just told them to run with it. 'Cause like I'm not going to direct them on how to animate something. They're the animators. Go crazy with it. And it turned out better than I could expect.
Do you have anything like what Sona and I were talking about, where sometimes if people animate, you're like, okay, well, the gut actually doesn't look like that. But was there any notes like that, or you just couldn't?
No, because they were like, it wasn't user submitted. They were professional artists. So I kind of was, relied on the professionalism. But just doing stuff online with an active, like doing Zoom shows with active commentary, it's the same kind of thing where like, oh, I'm trying to do jokes. And then people get to comment on the screen while you're telling your jokes. And they'll just say something like, does he have a big head or just really tiny arms? And then you just lay awake at night thinking like, both. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't even thought that far, but okay.
That was what I got when you're talking about people commenting or drawing you in a certain way. People will heckle through the comment section and you can't do anything about it. There's no get this guy out of here. It's like, nope, it's just one sentence that's going to live with me till the end of days.
I'll read that and think about that. Actually can't kick him out. Actually, him commenting, whatever main thing, actually helps us.
Yeah, I guess now I have to do pull-ups. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a weird thing where it is shifting, where it feels really outdated even next week, the date I'm doing. I'm like, we kind of moved past this, like just a guy talking.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, give him a cartoon. Give the folks a cartoon.
No, give him a little cartoon to watch. You don't need to see me meander around the stage.
What do you need, another guy that looks like this? Telling you how he thinks the world works? Oh, good.
Oh, but it's different because he's got a red curtain behind him and some purple light and some smoke.
The smoke is nice.
It just makes everyone look better, And it's a great foresight into the future. We'll all be performing in smoke.
You put effort into your backdrop. I'm moving, so that's my excuse. Yeah. You talk to me in 6 months and it still looks like this, you'll know that I'm depressed.
Do you have big plans for this room? This is the Zoom room.
This is Kyle TV. Kyle TV is going down in here, man.
I think start with the smoke machine. Worry about the lights later, but just get as much smoke in that room.
It just looks like a hazard. That's all it looks like. Like, all right, well, I can do about 5 minutes tonight, but I can't do 10. Otherwise, this.
Every Zoom show, every appearance, and we want you to, plug Manscaped. It's just your room is covered in hell.
Oh, guys, these forest fires are. They said we had to evacuate. I'm like, I got this spot on hot tub tonight first, so and after that, then we'll get to find the cat and load up the car.
Also, you get a little high from the smoke just because there's no oxygen.
Just firemen coming in. Hold on, I didn't get to my closer.
Someone think about how handshakes are over, guys. There's no one's going to be shaking hands anymore. People cyberbullying you while you asphyxiate.
Look at his huge head being saved.
Well, I hope to see you in Portland. If I'm still alive and you're still alive, you should come out to the show.
Hell yeah, man.
I'll do a little feature set. I'd love to get buried by someone that features
I'll take this axe and hack my way through Southeast Portland to get to the club.
Yeah, man, this is great. This is a lot of fun. I think you should come back. This is exactly what I wanted to have you on, but next time with more smoke.
More smoke and me remembering that it was happening.
Right?
So I don't get high in the garage first.
Get high. What if everything I own was washed at once? Like parts in the dryer.
That's how it happens. And then I was going to take a shower and every facet of my life would be clean.
It all solves it. All right, Kyle Kinane, thank you so much. Animated album, like the sections of it is called it's Trampoline in a Ditch. Right? There's the full album and then there's some animated stuff around there. Thanks, Kyle. It was great talking to you, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Kyle Kinane, everyone. Huge thank you to Sona Movsesian and Flula Borg for teaching us how to vote. I got to get down to the river. We'll be back soon. I'm Moses Storm. Good night.